Hello, hello, hello. Today is Friday, August 7, 2026. Here follow the solutions of problem 261. And it's written up here by Keith Norman. Thank you, Keith. And he starts with the solution of Ulf Heller. Completely reasonable to use a correct solution that was online already. He also gives the correct answers, which were from, we see the names here. You see Old TV Nut, he is often there. And Gita Litpuri, hard to pronounce, she is also often there. This problem requires the use of symmetry and Gauss law, which I cover in my lecture number 3 of 802. Rho is the charge density in this slab. D is the thickness. The slab is very large in height. This is height. And width D. And the width is in the direction perpendicular to the paper. And W is very large. This is a large slab. By symmetry, the electric field is perpendicular to the slab surface in both directions and depends only on the x direction. If you go back to my lectures, I cover an infinitely large slab and then conclude that the E field must be perpendicular to that large surface, for reasons of symmetry. So he first goes to points inside the slab, and I would allow you to read this. Application of Gauss law. So he first can calculate the enclosed charge, Q enclosed. And then he calculates the flux through the surface, phi. And then he uses Gauss' law that flux is enclosed charge divided by epsilon 0. For points outside the slab, the Gaussian surface completely encloses the slab. So Q enclosed is now rho times AD. And then he applies Gauss' law again. And you see that the electric flux is then rho AD divided by epsilon 0. The field points in the direction plus x for x larger than 0 and minus x for x smaller than 0. Here are some extra notes by Ulf. If the slab has infinite area, we get a linear E field outside. That's what I covered in my lectures. But then he mentions if the area is finite, then the EX transitions to 1 over r squared shape. at large distances. The edges, the field lines, begin to spread outwards. For large distances, the field approaches, and then it gives that value for E. So it's like an electric field of a point charge. The transition from constant to 1 over r square-shaped E field is hard to model. As far as I know, there are no analytical solutions of the integral that can be set up. It can only be solved numerically or by simulation tools. So that extra comment came from Ulf. Always a great winner. Not a winner, but always the person who's correct. Thank you, Keith, for writing this up. Thank you, Ulf, for your solutions. And very soon I will post problem number 262.